and he had edged close enough by now to worry me. Once again looking for an out, I noticed a rather sinister figure stroll into the repair bay. A lean, middle-aged man with long, graying hair and lots of tattoos stopped in one shadowy corner. He folded his arms across his chest and glared in our direction. Ironically, it made me almost grateful that I was no longer alone with Todd. I tried again to cut our conversation short by debunking his local legend. Well, even if some big cat got loose back in the 70s, it wouldn't still be alive today. Maybe not the same cat, but it could have bred with something else, couldn't it? Don't they sometimes cross different cats to get new species? Some breeders do, but certainly not with anything that big, I told him. Well, as you said before, speaking of cats, I've got a bunch back at my shop that need to be groomed and fed, so I'd better get going. Sure. He gave me a little more breathing room, but still partly blocked my exit. You know, I don't usually like cats, but I wouldn't mind having one like that. Imagine owning a wild cat, one that could take down a dog. His enthusiasm for animal-on-animal combat began to turn my stomach, but I tried to find a non-confrontational way to discourage him. Hybrids are very expensive, and I hear they can be hard to handle. He leaned back against the door jamb and leered openly at me. That's okay. After all, I can be pretty hard to handle, too. Oh, to leap into my trusty CRV and speed away. Unfortunately, Todd already had pulled it into the repair bay. Behind us, the guy in the corner with the tattoos cleared his throat. Hey, Gillis, if you're not too busy putting the moves on your customer, we gotta talk. His boyish face twisting in annoyance, Todd told me, I'll let you know when your car's done. I saw my chance and sidled toward the exit. You've got my number, right? You bet I do, Cassie. He winked. Ugh. I hurried out the door and across the garage's parking lot. Meanwhile, I could hear the discussion heating up between Todd and his customer. Man, how many times I gotta bring this van back here before you fix it right? Hey, what do you want from me? That thing's an antique. They don't even make parts for those anymore. Sounded like Todd had never heard that the customer is always right. I had to give him credit, though, for talking back to a tough dude with flames and skulls crawling down his arms. I covered the 4 blocks back to my shop at a brisk clip. I'd thought I lucked out, finding a place to get my car serviced that was within walking distance. Now I wondered if the convenience was worth dodging clumsy advances from Todd Gillis. With a sense of relief, I neared my own shop, on the ground level of a 2-story building that originally served as a single-family home. It was over 100 years old, and at some point the first floor had been converted for retail use. The last owner had operated a fly-by-night beauty salon and left a mess behind. I had made a lot of renovations and had given the exterior a coat of cream paint with gray trim. Now I paused on the sidewalk to admire, once again, my front display window. Large, quirky purple letters spelled out Cassie's Comfy Cats, and a smaller font added feline grooming and boarding. I'd originally stenciled the lettering myself when I'd opened 6 months ago. But my first window had to be replaced when a stray bullet went through it during an incident at my shop that spring. I'd expected running a business in this small, semi-rural suburb to be pretty uneventful. But in the short time since I'd opened, Cassie's Comfy Cats had already seen more than its share of excitement. Glancing through the window now, I saw Sarah Wilcox behind the sales counter dealing with a customer. My petite, African-American 60-something assistant looked relieved when I stepped through the door. Cassie, glad you're back, she said. I wasn't sure how to handle this. The young man on the near side of the counter turned to face me. A grayish plaid shirt and faded jeans hung loosely on his thin frame, and his pale, narrow face showed a trace of acne. He needed a shave and a haircut, too. I put his age about the same as mine. On the sales counter between him and Sarah rested a rectangular, soft-sided black cat carrier.